Back this morning. I am Sarah Elizabeth. I am a transformational life coach. I live in the mountains of North Carolina. I love teaching and educating people about life things that we go through. I'm also a spirit guide and someone who helps others to connect to Jesus and to the Holy Trinity in much more powerful ways. And it's something I just love. Catherine, I see you this morning. Good morning, Sarah. Good to see you. How's everybody doing? For joining from another channel this morning, welcome. It's so good to see everyone this morning. I see a lot of my family joining, and if you're not a part of this community, you should join this community. You've been searching, you've been looking for people that will accept you as you are and not want you to be something you're not or act as if you're someone you're not, just being fully yourself. If you've been seeking that out, this live is for you. This community is for you. So, good morning, Michael. Thank you for the heart me. Richard, good morning. Good to see you. Michael, thank you for the shares. It's really great to see everyone. It's wonderful. It's such an honor and a blessing to spend time with you guys every day. And I cannot wait for this morning. I'm going to share a life coaching theme with you this morning. Moving away from the book of Job. We finished that up yesterday. It was so powerful. So if you join on a regular basis and you're familiar with how we do things here, we experience so many emotions, right? We go through it all here, but we are really working through life's challenges. And yeah, all right. Before I get started this morning, I just want to say hello. I want to welcome everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're already halfway through the week almost. It seems like it's going really fast. Anybody else feel like it's going really fast this morning? All right. Having a little bit of trouble getting my stuff open, but you guys work with me here. It's a beautiful, glorious day to be here, isn't it, Richard? Richard is a new moderator for the Willoway family. Thank you, Richard. So happy to have you, and hope you and Brandy got to connect yesterday. Thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for all of the support that we get across all platforms. We have so many people supporting, and we have a wonderful community here. So, yeah, so excited to have new people, new faces, new community members, family. We build every day. Yesterday, we had over 230 new followers on live in one live. How powerful is that, Miss Erica? Powerful things happening in this family. And today is going to be no different because we're talking about the highly sensitive person. And many of you may not recognize what this even is. It's an HSP. And we're talking about this morning because so many of you have struggled with things, but you're not quite sure what it is. And maybe you've been told that you're too much. You've been told that you don't belong, that, your emotions run too high, you've got too much going on, you're, too sensitive. It's always something, right, that it puts something on us that labels us in a way that is hurtful to not only ourselves at the time, but into the future because we begin to stuff down. Anybody know what stuffing down feels like or what that looks like for us? Stuffing down emotion. So, a couple of things about a highly sensitive person. You might walk into a room and you immediately know if whatever's going on in the room. It's like you may feel this toxic energy, something. You know that people are mad before they even speak. You know when people are bothered by things. You tend to look within and think there's something wrong with you. Anybody ever ask all the time, like, are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Are you mad at because we assume it has to be us, right? It's got to be us that we're the problem. They're mad at us, but they may be stressed about work. They may have something on their mind that is frustrating, and they might not have the same energy, right? I haven't talked to you guys a lot about energy, but we're going to because I want you to understand how energy impacts every environment that you're in and the types of energy that you carry naturally based on whatever it is you're carrying, whatever it is you're struggling. J Man, welcome this morning. So a highly sensitive person, we begin to think there's something wrong with us. And other people tell us, right? Other people will say things to us and say, "You're too much. You got too much energy. You're too sensitive. You cry all the time. Why are you crying again? Too emotional." It's always the TOO, right? That two word. But I'm here to tell you the truth this morning. A highly sensitive person is actually a very gifted person. People that feel things and know things intuitively, you know it in your spirit, you're picking up on everyone else's energy. This is why in life coaching, we talk about projections and we talk about how other people are projecting energy out into the world. And if you're a highly sensitive person and you're not aware of it or what it means, you're over there taking everything in and processing it as if it's your own. Even things like grief, other people are feeling pain. Your empathy is way up here a lot of the time. Did you know that highly sensitive people are also most connected to God and the universe? You're sensitive to every breeze, breath of wind you feel over your body. You're sensitive to all of these things. This morning, we're going to help you understand how it's not a weakness. It's not you being too much of anything. It's how you were created. And it matters how you apply it to your life. It matters that you understand it and you're ready to apply it in a way that it benefits your life because it is a gift. So, give me just 1 second. My computer's doing some wonky stuff. So, I'm going to pause for just a moment. I'm going to turn my radio up here for you and we're going to just enjoy a song together. And I just ask you, if you're new here, jump into the chat. We have a conversation here. It's very open. If you're on other platforms, I'm only able to communicate with you through like messages on my post. So if you want to go on the live after the live today and post a message, it'll be live tomorrow morning for you. So post a message to me if you want to communicate with me. You can all reach out to me at my email, and don't leave TikTok, but Sarah at thewillowwayfoundation.org is my email. If you need one-on-one coaching support or you feel inclined to schedule transformational life coaching therapies with me and modalities, then I'd love to see you. I'd love to have you join me. Visit willowtreestrategiclifesolutions.com. I would go into my link tree. That is the best place to go here on TikTok or on the other platforms. Linktree is there for you. So, sending you guys lots of love today. Brandy, I see you back this morning. You know how much I love you. So, I think it's because I'm saving everything the way I am. So, bear with me just a minute. But I just want to welcome you in this Wednesday. I hope you're excited about this morning. I am extremely excited to get started with you. So I'll be right back. Man in the booth went quiet because he didn't have a comeback. So he shrugged it off and paid his tab and shuffled out the door. In the praying man, he prayed for the man who drove away, hoping he would see the light before it got too late. But how was he to know he touched a non-believer's soul? We got that conversation 2 red lights down the road. 'Cause whether you're fire in the field, rain for rain, oh, you cursing at the graveside, 'cause you called a loved one's name. You can thank him, you can blame him. Either way, go face it. Whether you believe in him, 'cause in the end, everybody talks to God. All right. So sorry, guys. You can thank him, you can blame him. Either way, you're gonna face him. All right. Whether you believe in him or not. Okay. I am so sorry, guys. I know that messed up the thing up. I had some issues this morning with my content, just making sure I have it. Apple MacBooks, if they need to be updated, they don't save things. So just know that. So thank you for bearing with me. If you guys will share this, I know maybe I should go off and come back on. You think? I think I may do that. So I'll be back in one moment. I love you guys. I know that prayers get answered, all things can be made new. No past is past too broken. My story's living proof. The heart can't help but share it once it's found the light. So I'm gonna spend the rest of my life singing songs about Jesus, how he saved my soul. Every line brings freedom, every one brings hope. It's got a million reasons. Okay, I am so sorry. Thank you guys for waiting for me. My MacBook needs to be updated, so struggling a little bit this morning. I appreciate you guys for being patient with me. Just a little pause there. So going back on live, and we're going to continue this morning around the highly sensitive person. So very excited to be here with you guys. I appreciate your support. I see a lot of people coming in this morning, and I just want to welcome everyone in. I'm Sarah Elizabeth. If you are new here, I would love to hear from you in some capacity. You can email me at sarah@thewillowayfoundation.org, or you can reach out to me through social media. I'm on most social media under Sarah Elizabeth 777. This is the dwelling place, and I'm Sarah Elizabeth. I am a professional life coach. I live in the mountains of North Carolina. I am here sharing with you this morning, live here from my little tree house. And I just appreciate you guys so much for being here every morning and for supporting. I'm seeing so many people coming back every day over on YouTube, and it is wonderful to have everyone here. We love to welcome people into our communities. We love to love on you, to help you understand. Brandy, thank you so much. I see Jonathan back in this morning. And I just want to welcome every single person. This is a safe space for all. And this morning's topic is going to be extremely powerful. If you're a highly sensitive person and you're someone who's walked into a room, you felt all the energy, you felt the negativity, you felt the toxicity, you felt chaos walking into a room, it may be that you are a highly sensitive person. Or maybe you've been told things again like you're too much, you're too reactive, you're too emotional, you're too sensitive. It's always a two behind that. But I'm here to share the truth with you this morning that your highly sensitive personality is actually your superpower. So we're going to learn how to turn these things into your superpower. On live today, I'm Sarah Elizabeth. Welcome to the Dwelling Place. Great morning. Happy Wednesday to everyone. I hope that you are feeling wonderful about your day. I hope you're excited about a new day. If you join my lives every day, you know that I'm always excited about a new day, new opportunities to be better than I was yesterday. So if you guys, thank you, Brandy, for getting this live out there. I had a lot of people on a while ago, and I had some issues with my MacBook not updating. So I didn't have my content, so I had to go in and pull it. 5 gifters to send a rose to my live within the next 15 minutes. So we had over 100 people in. So sorry, I'm very sorry. I don't know what happened. I might should go back to the old school, the Intel inside, right? Your computer. It's like, I might should go back that. So As we get started this morning, before you scroll this morning, I want you to know you should stay in this live because it's going to be powerful for you if those things I mentioned a few minutes ago resonate in your heart, your mind, and your spirit. If you've been told that you're too much, you've been told that you don't, you're too emotional, you're too sensitive to things, that's not really fair because a highly sensitive person, you do feel more than your average human. Your processing and sensory natural gifts are much higher. You're operating at a higher energy. And so to understand that about yourself and to be able to accept that, and then to learn how to shift it, how to turn it into something powerful. Thank you, Brandy. So I need to ask you something. Do you ever walk into a room and feel everything before anyone even speaks? Do you get overwhelmed not because you're weak, but because your mind and your body are processing more than most of the people around you? Is that something you've ever realized, Doyle? That you're walking into a room and you immediately feel everything, and your body's going to respond a certain way. Your body's reacting a certain way. You're going to tighten up, you're going to shut down, or maybe you smile and you beam, right? It depends on what energy you're feeling as you walk into the room. And an HSP or a highly sensitive person, we feel so much more. If that's you, you are not too sensitive. You're wired differently. And no one has ever explained it to you. Thank you, Doyle. Thank you, Cupcake. Yes, if you guys get this repost out there. I kind of messed up earlier. My MacBook kind of messed me up, but it's okay. I love you guys so much. You're wired differently. There's a group of people who have spent most of their lives feeling like they are too much. You're too emotional. You're too aware. You're too affected by everything around you. You walk into a room, you feel everything before a word is ever even spoken. You'll notice shifts that others miss. You'll carry the weight of environments, people, and energy in ways that are difficult to explain to others. And for many of you, no one ever taught you that this wasn't a flaw. It was a design. Today, we're talking about the highly sensitive person, not from a surface level, but from a place of truth, neuroscience, and identity. Because what the world often labels as too sensitive is actually a nervous system that is more responsive, more perceptive, and more attuned. Research shows that highly sensitive individuals process information more deeply. You'll have stronger activation in areas of the brain related to empathy and awareness. And you carry a heightened ability to read subtle emotional and environmental cues. I love that woodchuck. God, answer my prayers. But here's the truth that most of us miss. When you don't understand your sensitivity, it becomes overwhelming. When you don't have the tools, it becomes anxiety. When you don't have boundaries, it becomes exhaustion. But when you do understand it, it can become discernment, intuition, depth, and power. Today is about reclaiming that. This is not about fixing yourself. This is about understanding how you were built and learning how to live in a way that supports your nervous system instead of fighting against your nervous system. If you've ever felt like the world is too loud, if you ever needed more space than others, if you ever felt deeply impacted by things that others brush off, I see you. I see you. You're in the right place today. So you shouldn't leave because it's going to be powerful. So let's get a repost right now across the room here, across the community. Jump in. Share it with someone that you know that is also highly sensitive, that has also been told that they're too much. Because there are people out here that need this. There are people that have been searching for something, seeking out information, right? We want to understand. We need to attempt to understand this about ourselves and other people. Before we go deeper, I want to open this space up. Wholehearted, I see you with a heart me, cupcake. I love you so much. Thank you so much. I see you. I see you, user. I see you, RJ. Thank you for that repost. Cupcake. So sweet. Gallivanting. Oh, I love that. Gallivanting with my guy. How cute. Thank you for that. Heart me from you. Welcome to our family. And thank you for that. All right. So, anyone else, right? Anyone have something you want to share? Because I see some of you jumping into the conversation. How is this resonating in your spirit this morning? How does it make you feel for someone to tell you the truth about it? Also, to share with you that it is a gift and you're going to learn how to turn it into a gift today. You're on fire. Brandy, thank you so much. So, if you resonated this morning with being a highly sensitive person, or you're just starting to realize this is about you, I want to invite you into the conversation. So, drop a heart, purple heart, into the chat if you feel deeply. The purple heart reminds me of the heart of Christ. Christ feels deeply. Christ is very sensitive. So drop purple heart if you feel deeply. Drop a leaf if you absorb energy from others. And this is something you're recognizing, or maybe you've known it for a while. You absorb energy from the other people in your environment. A leaf emoji. Or drop a flame emoji if you are ready to understand yourself on a deeper level. Are you ready to understand yourself much deeper this morning than you ever have? If you feel called to share your experience, I'm going to invite you to share something with the group today. So either in the chat, or if you want to come on and share your highly sensitive experience, and if your eyes have been open to it, or maybe this is the first time, maybe you just want to share some of your testimony. Thank you so much, Philip. If you've ever struggled with emotional overwhelm, you've been feeling misunderstood, you need more alone time than others, you take on other people's energy, and you've been labeled being too sensitive, I want to hear from you. Become a part of the conversation this morning. This is how we grow. This is how other people grow. Because what you've walked through is exactly what someone else in this room needs to hear. This has always been me. I felt abnormal in every environment. I didn't belong. And there was something in me that knew that I didn't belong. I would feel things. It was like, I'm going to share something about my experience with you. So in my prior role, I was on a team of executive leaders. I had 5 Medicare teams. I had 109 agents and 6 sales managers that worked for me and for us. It was a team. And on that leadership team, we would go to things like shareholder meetings and things like, and I would fly to New Orleans, or, wherever we were going for that year, Tampa, whatever. And I just remember walking into these meetings and just being blown away by the energy that I felt. Some of it was good, right? Some of it was like, oh, hey, but I pick up on everything. I notice all the cues, all of them. I notice everything. I've always been that way. But when I would process what I would notice, it would make me feel small. It would make me feel like something's wrong with me. And I would wonder too much. I was worried about everybody liking me. It's like in my mind, it was like, why doesn't she like me? But I already knew that someone didn't like me when I walked into the room. I could feel it. But see, I was so focused on what's wrong with me. This was before my journey into loving myself. into understanding myself, into providing myself with empathy. This has been a part of my journey. So this was before this, right? I was kind of in the middle of things shifting. I was awakening. And I remember walking in and just being blown away. And I would feel nervous. I have bad nerves anyway, I'll be honest. And it's just comes from childhood. Like I went through a lot of my lifetime with shaking, and I still do it very easily, but I don't do it anymore. Like I'm not just sitting there shaking. Now, sometimes I do have high energy too. So I'm shaking my leg, but it's not me in a nervous state, right? And I think recognizing these states and how environments make us feel, how other people make us feel in their presence, you're much more in tune with your environment. So, had I known this back then, how might that would have benefited me to know? Because they're nice to your face, right? They're loving you up to your face. We all know these people. We've all encountered this type of person. You tell me, has this been a part of your journey? Have you noticed this? Where you've just believed that other people cared about you and you're a sensitive person, so you overlook the feeling that they give you? You overlook the sights. And then after the fact, you're like, wow, I should have known. I live in the middle of the woods. I should have known this. It would have empowered me so much to know because my strategy would have been so much different. Not that we didn't crush it anyway. So it's like to be a highly sensitive person in this world, or to be in families where you have harsh punishments, you have parents that don't have patience with children. And see, what we know now is like if you're a highly sensitive person, it's very likely that there are children. So that didn't start in your adult life, did it? It didn't start when you were this tall. It started when you were this tall. You cried a lot. You were too much. You were too emotional. You were scolded a lot. You were punished a lot. You were told that you were a crybaby. Stuff it down. Be strong. Be big here. How did it impact you, cold hearted? Chapter one, you're not too much. You are processing more. You ready to get started? So there's a fundamental difference between being emotional and being neurologically responsive. And most highly sensitive people have been miscategorized for their entire lives. What you're experiencing is not weakness. It's a nervous system that processes stimuli more deeply. Studies on sensory processing sensitivities show that HSPs, or highly sensitive people, have increased activity in a couple different areas of your brain. So the mirror neuron systems, the parts of the brain that are responsible for your empathy, your awareness, and emotional integration. So, what does emotional integration mean? Processing, integration into your spirit, into your heart, and your mind. Everything you take in, everything comes into your heart, everything flows from your heart, right? Highly sensitive people have high empathetic nature. We also care a lot. It's like we'll say I care too much, right? Put the too much in front of it every time. There's something in you, but that's not true. Because the struggle begins when a highly responsive nervous system is placed in environments that are overstimulating, emotionally chaotic, or lacking safety. The brain shifts into protection mode, and your amygdala becomes more active. Cortisol levels rise, and what was once a gift begins to feel like anxiety, overwhelm, or emotional exhaustion. You're not too sensitive. You've been overexposed without regulation tools. Hey, Leslie, good morning. You've been overexposed without regulation tools. subscribe right now. I need 10 more of you to help me meet my 36 subscriber goal. So help me do this morning. Be a super fan. And if you haven't put your heart me's, make sure you do that. That's really important that you continue to do that every day. And if you're new here, we want to hear from you. This is open conversation. We love you so much and welcome to our community this morning. I'm going to do some confetti here because I'm just happy to be here and share with you guys. This is something I understand personally, right? So to be able to share it with you and share something that it has really strengthened me and helped me to grow stronger and to process and internalize and integrate information differently. That's why I'm here. My own healing journey. Welcome, Travel with Sarah. Need a lot of heart me's this morning, family. So, this is the turning point, though. When an HSP understands how your mind is wired, everything changes. How your mind is wired. You stop judging your need for space. You stop apologizing for your depth. You stop forcing yourself into environments that drain you. And instead, you begin to work with your nervous system instead of against it. Transforming sensitivity into discernment, awareness into wisdom, and depth into power. Some universal truths here. Your sensitivity is rooted in your biology. It is not your weakness. Your brain is literally designed to process more. This is not something we want to fix. It's something that you want to understand. Overstimulation creates overwhelm, not sensitivity itself. It's not that you feel too much, it's that your environment hasn't supported how deeply you feel. Awareness without tools leads to exhaustion. Awareness with tools leads to power. The goal is not to shut down your sensitivity, it's to learn how to regulate it and direct it. Your coaching insight here, language matters. Every time you say, I'm too sensitive, every time you label yourself as I'm too anything, you're reinforcing shame. Shift it to something like this. I process deeply and I'm learning how to support that. Your triggers are information. These are not failures. When you feel overwhelmed, your nervous system is signaling overload. This is not a weakness. Paying attention, like taking better care of yourself when you feel this way. And we'll talk about more of that as we go into the live, because this is important, right? You were likely conditioned to override yourself. Many HSPs were taught to toughen up, which disconnects you from your natural regulation cues. Think about that. Your natural self-regulation cues. You're prevented from regulating because you're taught to toughen up. Anybody here? A lot of men were taught this. Boys are taught you can't be sensitive. It's a weakness to be sensitive. It's a weakness to feel anything. But you have so many men and women out here who are highly sensitive, feeling everything. You can't tell someone like you to toughen up, Richard. You need somebody to nurture. You need somebody to say, it's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to be yourself. What does that mean? It also means you have a gigantic heart. It also means you walk among those who have a heart that is more like Christ naturally. You were born with a heart that loves like Christ. You love everyone. You want good things for everyone. It breaks your heart for people not to want good things for you. And you likely processed things in the past in a way you wanted everyone to love you, right? Your expectation was the golden rule. If I do unto you as I have, I want you to do unto me, then everything's good, right? But that's not the way it is. And as a highly sensitive person, and someone that feels everything way more deeply than some people. What did it do to you? I'm feeling moved to talk about the breaking of a spirit in a child because this is similar, right? Every time you're told to toughen up or you're weak or, you're punished in a very harsh way as a child, you're wounded that from that day forward. And you know where it shows up in your adult life? You still believe that it was okay, but your spirit is broken. You think you're not capable of anything. You think there's no hope. You're discouraged. So early on in your childhood, you start making mistakes, or early in your life. Talked to a client about this just the other day. I talk to people about it all the time. You started making big mistakes that were life changing for you that just brought on more shame and more piles, right? You don't want to break a kid's spirit. Anybody ever seen the Spirit movie? If you haven't, I highly recommend you go watch it and then come back and tell me what I was talking about. I read a book back in the day too. It was by Dr. James Dobson. And it was called Raising Boys. I had a high energy, highly sensitive, rambunctious child. At 2 years old, no joke, I walked through the kitchen one day and Shane was on top of the refrigerator. At 2, climbed to a chair, up on the counter, and then, this high. This 2-year-old lifted himself up on top of the refrigerator and is sitting there. Like, so, there was so much stress at that time. But I knew there was something in me intuitively that I knew that I didn't want to break his spirit because I know and believe fully and did then that God has a plan for every human. To break your spirit, to tell you to stuff it down, be quiet, you're too much, go sit down. Nobody's ever giving you any acknowledgement. They're not making you feel as if your emotions matter. They're not making you feel significant, like you matter. So you begin to treat yourself accordingly, right? April says, my twin boys did that when they were tiny too. I'm sure I did. RJ says, I would hide in the cabinets. It's called Spirit. It's a Disney or DreamWorks movie. It is precious. It was Shane's one of his most favorite movies. At that time of his life, he was about 3 or 4. That was his favorite movie. And we used to watch it together. And I think that was all God. I really do now looking back because Shane is such a wonderful human at 24 years old. He is incredible. I'm just so proud of him. And honestly, his heart has always been that way. He's always been kind. He's always wanted to do what's right. He's always been drawn to things. Also, about 4 or 5 years old, he'd come home and he would stand on the hearth and he would preach because he went to a Christian school and they would have church like once a week at church at the Christian school. And the preacher would preach and Shane would come home and he was just preaching. Who knows what God has planned for him right now? He's in construction. He's doing fantastic for himself. He's getting married next year. He just got engaged recently, a beautiful engagement and beautiful wife to be and beautiful home. And God is really blessing him. So, but see, what if, right? Because as strong as he was, as strong willed as he was back then, God showed me back then that this child needs this will. And if I break his will he be able to do the work that God has planned for him? Because if he came into this world with a strong will, I know he needs to be strong somewhere in his life. Same as me. I needed to have some will. If I didn't have it with this heart, I would have never made it. I'd have never made it. Think about that. Language matters. So don't tell yourself things like I'm too much or You know, don't talk to yourself this way. This matters so much because your brain is reinforcing shame. Your triggers are information, not failures, and you were likely conditioned to override yourself. Toughen up, Richard. Get up. You're a boy. You shouldn't be crying over there. Even for a girl. Like, you better be stronger than that, Buttercup. People have all kinds of things they say to you. No one ever said that to me. I just made that up. But I'm just, Gal says, oh, or I'm a hot mess. Don't say I'm a hot mess. I mean, what woman should be, or man, should be explaining himself as a hot mess? I mean, truthfully, we're chain breakers. We are strategical enough. We come up with solutions in this community. We're not speaking to ourselves in ways that are demeaning to us. We're gonna own up to who God created us to be. What is your identity in Christ? Your heart is much like His, so your identity must be something wonderful. Some reconnection to self might be best for your future, the near future. So if you need help, go visit my link tree. I have all sorts of resources there for you. I can help you one-on-one. And what better way to invest in yourself or in the life of someone else? So there are ways to help support other people's journey there, but also ways to schedule with me for retreats or Zoom sessions. Any ways that I can help support you, I'm here for it. So we're going to do our first coaching tool here. And this is nervous system and brain based. Okay. So step one, the sensory check-in. I want you to pause right now. Thank you, Manny. Pause right now and ask yourself, what am I hearing? What am I feeling in my body right now? What feels like too much today? So asking yourself, I think when you start to feel something creeping in, this hypersensitivity, this raise in your emotion, I think to stop yourself in this moment, to take a pause. What pause, family? Y'all know what it is. We're going to take a pause. We're going to ask these questions. What am I hearing? What am I feeling in my body? And what feels like too much right now? You're activating the prefrontal cortex of your brain, and this is going to bring you out of overwhelm. Step two, the 60-second reset. This is about nervous system regulation. So we're going to inhale for 4 seconds here. We're going to hold for 4 seconds, and then we're going to exhale slowly for 6 to 8 seconds. You ready? I'm going to count for you. So to the count of 4, inhale through your mouth to your core. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale for 6 to 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you do this method here, this tool here, this lowers your cortisol and it tells your body, I am safe. You are safe. Number 3, the environmental audit. Ask yourself this question. Is this space calm or chaotic? Do I feel grounded here or do I feel drained, Miss Misty? I love you so much. Stop, breathe, and pray. HSPs must design their environments intentionally. If you're a highly sensitive person, you must design your living environment intentionally. This is not optional for us. This is essential. I have questions for you, your very first journaling prompts. So go get your journals. When do you feel the most overwhelmed and what environment are you in during these moments? Live coaching session for HSPs this morning. Where in your life have you been told that you're too much? And how has this shaped how you see yourself? What would it look like to honor your sensitivity instead of suppressing it? And your very first affirmation of the morning, I have three of these. Drop your favorite into the chat. Number one, I am not too much. I am deeply aware, and I am learning to honor that. Number two, my sensitivity is a strength when I support my nervous system. Number three, I give myself permission to create environments that feel safe and aligned. When I come back, I'm going to go scroll up and see everyone who joined in. This is a conversation. Let's get a repost right now and your favorite affirmation. I'll be right back, family. Friends that walked away, and I've even lost myself a time or two. There were bridges crossed and burned, but through all the wreckage I have learned, there is one thing that I can never lose. If I got Jesus, I've got all that I could ever need. Take the world away from me. Y'all know what? I'll be okay. I've been talking so much, I forgot my coffee. That's my brain. It's been running at 150 since I woke up about 4 this morning. So, and I woke up twice before that thinking it was time to get up. Joke's on me, right? So, all three. Al, if you feel sad and you need help, you can go visit my link tree and schedule your one-to-one with me. Discovery sessions are always free. All three for Kathy. 1, 2, and 3 for RJ. Misty with 1 and 3. I'm from the mountains of North Carolina. Welcome this morning. 1 and 3 for Leslie. I look like I'm from 1930. Okay. Thanks. 1 and 3 for Richard. We'll take that. I don't know what that means, but I don't take things too seriously anyway. So okay. So we're gonna have a micro interactive moment here. So let's check in together because I know that you're all here this morning and we're gonna do a lot of check-ins. We're gonna do a lot of communication back and forth because that's what this is. The best way for you to grow is for you to jump into this channel, jump into the chat and start participating. Rich with number 3. Hey, Rich. Good morning. If I Got Jesus, this is Ben Fuller. He's one of my favorites. That's the title of the song. And I know someone asked a question a minute ago, but if I'm in the middle of like the teaching portion, like we'll move into the parts that I can communicate more with you. And it's very short time, right? So I don't keep you too long without talking to you, but just know that you are loved. And Elle, I think that is something that I can help you with connection because I think connection in spirit and understanding of purpose, those things go hand in hand. So those are things that I can help you. Oh, thank you, AT. He says a Hollywood star. Oh, thank you. I was laughing and I'm sorry. That was a wonderful compliment. I love the old school actresses. So thank you. So for you guys, drop a number 1 into the chat if you've ever been told that you're too sensitive. The number 1. Have you ever been told that you are too sensitive? Misty, I see you. Leslie, I missed one up here. Who was that? Gallivanting, new this morning. AT with 1. 1 for Hey Dave. Zyka with 1. Brandy with a bunch of 1s. Alpha Omega, welcome this morning. All right. Uh-oh, Richard, I think you turned off the comments. Can somebody turn them back on? Or maybe I can. How do we do that? Oh no, Richard. Turn them back on. Whatever you did, do the other thing. All right. So, because I can't read number two until we turn them back on. So, is there another moderator here that can turn back on? Because I am not quite sure how to do that. Give me just a second. Let me look at it. Let's see. Oh. Anybody know how to fix that? Send me a PM. Oh, there we go. I turned them back on. There we go. I'm so sorry. Richard, don't turn them off. Okay. Love you lots. You're wonderful. So, Will B says, I'm suffering with addiction. So, reach out to me one on one, Will B. Let's talk through it. Can help you get to the root of the addiction and where it comes from, where it stemmed from. We can help you reconnect with yourself and lay down a lot of shame and guilt that you might be carrying, but also help you to get your footing, right? Foundational strength is what you need right now to start over and take back your life. And you can do it. It is possible. It is fully possible if you're struggling with addiction or depression or anxiety. All of these things, all the labels, we all have something we're struggling with this morning. So I see a lot of you with Brandy with one, Dave with one, Brandy, Carrot with one, Kathy with one, Leslie. So look at you guys. So many of you stating that you've been told that you are too sensitive. And I mean, if you're not liking up the screen, like it up. If not only you've been told that you're too sensitive, but you've also been told this multiple times, a lot of times. Because if this is you, all of these things, like the things you've heard over your lifetime, you've been hearing them over and over and over again, right? People have said this to you your whole life and you weren't quite sure how. Hush Money says drug, alcohol, and cigarettes free for a year now. That's wonderful, Hush. Wow, amazing. That's incredible. No worries, Wholehearted. Thank you for everything you do for me. All right. Drop a number 2 into the chat if you feel overwhelmed in certain environments. There's certain environments you go into, you immediately feel overwhelmed. You feel your nervous system rising. Number 2 for you. And it's going to be some of the same people. You're probably going to be putting them back in. I see you, Dave. I see you. I love you too, user. I see number 2 for Brandy, August. User, Jenna, Leslie, Richard, Gallivanting, Hush Money. Thank you. So now this is the last one. Drop a number 3 if all of this is starting to make sense for you. Is it starting to make sense? Or drop a purple heart if this is the first time you've ever heard about it. It's the first time you've ever heard of a highly sensitive person and what it means. See a bunch of 3s. Misty, Jenna, Wholehearted, August, Richard. So now that we understand that this is not a flaw, Brandy, I see you. It's a nervous system difference. We need to go deeper into something most HSPs or highly sensitive people struggle with without even realizing it. You're absorbing other people's emotions and energy. Because if you don't understand that piece, you'll spend your life carrying things that were never yours to carry. Thank you. Thank you for the repost, the share. So as we begin chapter 2, what you're feeling might not be yours. Emotional absorption versus true empathy. Thank you, RJ. Highly sensitive people are not just emotionally aware. They're emotionally permeable when untrained. This means that your nervous system does not always distinguish between what originates within you and what is coming from someone else. Neuroscience points to heightened mirror neuron activity in HSPs. which allows you to intuitively read facial expressions, tone shifts, and emotional states. This is why you can feel the room instantly, but without boundaries, that same ability turns into absorption instead of observation. Here's the difference most people never learn. Empathy is the ability to understand and witness emotion. Absorption is when your body begins to carry that emotion as if it is your own. When absorption happens, your nervous system reacts as though you are the one experiencing the stress, the sadness, or tension. Your heart rate can shift, your mood can drop, your thoughts can change, and suddenly you're trying to regulate emotions that didn't even originate with you. This is why so many HSPs feel drained after being around certain people. You're not just interacting here. You're internally processing multiple emotional states at one time. Here's the truth that changes everything for you. You're never meant to carry what you can perceive. Your gift is awareness, it's not ownership. Your role is to witness this, not absorb it. When you learn how to create internal separation, you don't lose your empathy, you refine your empathy. You become more grounded, more discerning, and more powerful in your interactions because you're no longer drowning in what you feel. Universal truths here: not everything you feel belongs to you. Your awareness is high, but ownership must be intentional. Empathy without boundaries becomes emotional exhaustion. Feeling deeply is a gift, carrying everything is not. Your nervous system needs separation to stay regulated. Without it, your body stays in a constant loop of processing external input. You may have learned to take responsibility for others' emotions early in life. Many HSPs grew up reading the room to stay safe. This creates a pattern of over absorbing. Emotional clarity is a skill. You can train yourself to ask, is this mine or did I pick this up? Anna, welcome to our family. You don't need to disconnect to protect yourself, but you do need to differentiate. The goal is not numbness. The goal is discernment. So I have a practical coaching tool for you here, and this is boundary and nervous system work. This is called the is this mine pause. The moment your mood shifts, ask yourself, did something happen directly to me? Or did I just enter a new environment or conversation? This activates cognitive awareness and interrupts automatic absorption. Step 2, the visualization boundary. Close your eyes and imagine a soft but strong barrier around your body. It could be light, it could be glass, it could be energy. Emotions can be seen, but not absorbed. The shield of protection. Put your armor on. We talk about this so much in this family on the dwelling place. Training your brain to create physiological separation, reducing emotional overload. And lastly, step 3, the physical reset. This is body-based release. Shake out your hands. Start to feel overwhelmed? Shake out your hands. Roll your shoulders. Take a deep exhale. This is a signal to your nervous system. This energy is not mine. I can release it. Questions for your journals. When do you notice your mood shifting quickly around others? And who or what environment triggers that? What emotions do you tend to take on that don't actually belong to you? What would it feel like to observe emotions without carrying them? Observing versus absorbing. Affirmation number one, choose the one that you love the most, drop it into the chat. Number one, I can feel deeply without carrying what is not mine. Number two, I release what does not belong to me with ease. Or number three, my empathy is a gift and I will use it with discernment. Drop your favorite. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see what you got. If you didn't drop yours, you can go ahead now. I'm going to come back down and read any ones I didn't see before. So, Carrot with number two. Carrot, welcome this morning. Welcome to our family. All three for Gal. 1, 2, and 3 for Richard. 1, 2, and 3, especially 2 and 3 for Cold Hearted. He's got especially 2 and 3 this time. He's going all in. Number 2 for User. Empathy is a gift, but it's also one that you want to use in a way that's good for you, that's healthy for you. So let's get real for a moment. Drop a purple heart if your mood changes around certain people. Drop a wave if you feel drained after social interaction. And drop a fire sign if you're realizing that you've been carrying things that are not even yours. Which one do you love the most? The purple heart, mood changes. The wave if you feel drained after social interaction. Most of you are going to be all three of these. But I hope the fire sign, I hope you're all realizing that you've been carrying things that are not yours to carry. As we transition into chapter 3, we've separated what is yours and what is not. All three from Misty. I see you. I see you, Gal, with purple hearts. All three. I see you, Rika, with purple hearts. But we need to talk about something that every highly sensitive person struggles with. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, jump in and help me meet these goals, family. I need your help. We have to keep this moving on TikTok because it's too powerful what we do here and just helping people in the ways we've been able to already. It's too powerful. So let's get it out there. And let's support, jump in and gift however you can. You know, gifts are what runs TikTok. And if I can't meet goals or I can't push things like that, you know, TikTok doesn't like it. So the algorithms and the way that we're able to grow this community is impacted. So it is a team effort here. It is something we're growing together. Visit my link tree if you want more information about the work that we're doing here on this program, but also one-on-one with people across the world already. So it's just really wonderful what God is doing through this work. Even your own emotions can start to feel like too much. So we're going to talk about this in chapter 3. Thank you, Kathy. I love you so much. Sowing into the lives of others this morning. Planting seeds for people all over the world this morning. To know that your highly sensitive personality is actually your superpower. Thank you, Cold Hearted. Brandy, thank you. You guys are the best. So, as we start chapter 3, thank you. Thanks for lighting me up. Look at you. We have the best community ever. So, good morning from Uganda. Highly sensitive people, we don't just feel more. Okay. We're not just feeling more, we are experiencing life and the world in a stronger way, like a more sensitive way, right? And so, people saying that you're too sensitive, does that mean that you have a high sensitivity? Most of the time, yes. If people have said that to you multiple times, why are you so sensitive? You're too much, you're too something, right? But that's not true. And I think for you to understand that this is actually a gift and to be able to turn it into something powerful in your life, that's what this whole life is about. So if you just found us this morning, you found the right place. If you're someone who has been sensitive to everyone else's energy, projections of pain, projections of fear, all kinds of things that have been put into our lives that we didn't ask for. We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for this blessing, but it is a blessing. So let's talk about it even deeper this morning. You're not just feeling more, you're processing more. You're processing faster and deeper. Your brain is taking in subtleties, micro expressions, tone shifts, environmental cues, and internal sensations all at once. Thank you, Brandy, for the hanging lights. Love you so, so much. This creates a higher volume of data moving through your nervous system at any given time. Research shows that HSPs or highly sensitive people often have an increased activation in areas tied to awareness and integration. Meaning your brain is not just skimming life, your brain is fully immersed in life. But here's a critical piece, and most people miss it. Thank you so much, Gal. Your nervous system was never designed for constant input without recovery. In a world filled with noise, notifications, conversations, expectations, and emotional demands, your system can quickly become overloaded. When that happens, your body shifts into a stress response. Again, cortisol rises, your heart rate increases, your thoughts begin to race, and what you experience is labeled as anxiety. But in many cases for HSPs, it's not anxiety at its root. Does it show up as anxiety? By clinical standards, society's labels, yes, it does, but it's not. It's something entirely different. It's your processing of information. And you can take back your power here. Overstimulation without regulation. When this happens repeatedly, something deeper begins to form. You start to believe something is wrong with you. You start to withdraw. You start to shut down. You get overextended in trying to keep up. You override your need for rest or for quiet or for peace, space. But the truth is, your system isn't failing you. It's asking for a different way of living. The universal truth here, overwhelm is a signal, it's not a flaw. Your body is communicating that it has reached its capacity. HSPs require recovery time to function at their highest level. Stillness is not laziness, it is neurological necessity for you. The pace of the world is not designed for your wiring, but your life can be. You must build rhythms that support how you process. Bird, I see you. Labels. You may be living in a constant state of low level overload. Not enough to shut down, but enough to keep you drained. Thank you, Brandy. Pushing through overwhelm trains your nervous system to ignore its limits. This leads to burnout, emotional swings, and exhaustion. Your capacity expands when your recovery is honored. Rest is not stopping, it is what allows you to continue with clarity. So, we're going to practice something, the pause before peak practice. Before you hit full overwhelm, thank you, Cold Hearted. Pause and ask yourself these questions. Thank you. Do I need a break right now? Question number one. What is one thing I can reduce in this moment? Preventing your nervous system from tipping into full overload. And then we're going to do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding reset. Name 5 things that you can see. Name 4 things you can feel. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. This is going to bring your brain out of overstimulation and back into the present moment. Intentional silence or a daily reset. Create 10 to 20 minutes of no input. This means no phone, no talking, no stimulation, just stillness. Maybe you go outside, you take a walk. Begin providing your mind and your body and your spirit the ability to reset and renew. Allowing your nervous system to process and reset, not just react. Some questions for your journals. Number 1, what environments drain you the fastest and why? How do you know when you are approaching overwhelm? What are your early signs? Where in your life are you ignoring your need for rest or for quiet? And your affirmations. Number 1, choose the one you love the most. Type it into the chat. Number 1, I honor my need for rest, space, and stillness. Number 2, my sensitivity requires care, and I will give that to myself freely. Number 3, I listen to my body before it reaches overwhelm. Type your favorite, and I'll be right back. That wasn't the end. That wasn't the end. That wasn't the end. Yeah. Before the door. Just all right. Jeez, that guy. Let's scroll up and see what you got here. I see Mickey in this morning. Mickey, I love you so much. It's so good to see you in. User with 1, 2, and 3. Hank, welcome to our family. Good to see you this morning. If you're new, please jump into the chat. This is open communication. This is a family where we join every morning, every weekday morning at 8 a.m. And we talk about life things. Mickey has 1, 2, and 3. 1 for Leslie. 1, 2, and 3, especially 2 for Cold-Hearted. 1 and 3 for Richard. Thank you so much for that heartbeat. Yes, make sure you drop your heartbeats. It's really, really important. And Rich put, Cold-Hearted has a message out there. Help me meet goals if possible. We're continuing to grow every day. And without your support, without your heartbeats, without you letting TikTok know that this is content that you need to see, they won't know it and we don't grow. So it's a group effort here. Wonderful community. Thank you, Cupcake. Thank you, Brandy. So let's check in honestly with one another here. I see you 1, 2, and 3 for user. Drop a lightning bolt if you feel overstimulated often. And I'm going to pause for a minute. Brandy with a goat times 25. Thank you, sister. I love you so much. Saul, welcome back this morning. Good to see you. Lightning bolt if you feel overstimulated often. Leslie, I see you. RJ, a bunch of lightning bolts. Natty, welcome this morning. Thank you. Anybody else with your lightning bolt? Drop a leaf symbol or a mountain symbol, because you know I'm a mountain girl, if you need more quiet than others do. You feel that you need more peace and stillness and quiet time than other people do. Your nature emoji. Brandy says, I do. Mountain. Yes. Cupcake. I see you, Cupcake. Leslie with the mountains. RJ with mountain pictures from my subscribers. So, and then I want you to drop a purple heart. If you're realizing that you're overwhelmed, now has a reason. Today, you're understanding that your overwhelm is not something wrong with you. There's a reason for it. Mountain State, West Virginia. Awesome. Welcome this morning. Purple hearts all around. I see Gal. I see Brandy. I see RJ. RJ throwing that lightning bolt in there. He's making sure we know he is sensitive. And RJ, I believe that. Because you have such a loving heart too, right? And that's true about most of us that are highly sensitive. We also have these gigantic hearts. We wear them on our sleeves. We want to be loved by everyone, and we love everyone. But then we're not loved by everyone. So then what happens? We start to think, well, maybe they don't love me, but why do I love them? And why don't they like me? So you're processing it as something's wrong with me. It's not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. Absolutely. I love seeing all the purple hearts this morning. Thank you guys for being so vulnerable. This is a safe space for all of you. This is a space where you can come and just be authentically yourself. You don't have to show up as anyone other than who you are. Bring all the stuff, right? All the baggage, all the dark things, the whatever is on your heart this morning. And just remember, like, you don't have to act as if you're not human here. You don't have to show up as anyone other than who you are. Jesus says to come as you are. Come as you are. So what does that mean for us as a community? We should be accepting people as they are. We shouldn't encourage them to change things that are core things. We shouldn't guilt them or shame them for things that they were created to feel. When tears come, our roots grow deeper. So we're going to do this in 30 seconds, okay? I want all of us to do this together. Thank you. All of us together. Close your eyes if you can safely. Now, if you're driving, you know, like common sense, don't close your eyes. Just listen if you're driving. Don't watch either, okay? But close your eyes with me if you're in a safe place. And take a slow breath in. Nothing fancy. Just notice how your normal breath pattern feels. Slow breath in. And I want you to take a longer breath out. I do something in life coaching. I teach you how to breathe again. And there are people that have forgotten even how to breathe. They go through their whole lives like this. So I teach people how to breathe, but it also connects them with something much deeper. If you're a believer, you will feel the Holy Spirit in these moments. You will feel healing. Things will come up that you had forgotten, that you stuffed down. You work through them. It's like God is meeting you where you are. It is absolutely incredible. And if you're interested in any of these life coaching modalities, the transformational services I provide, my link tree is in my profile. There are a lot of things there for you that will help you. And if you're having a difficult time in life connecting with your little self, the person God created you to be, and you need something more, and you know in your heart, RJ, we talked about this, you've always known that you were meant for something more. You've always known that even despite your circumstances, the environment you were born into, there's something in you that you knew that God had something for you. But then throughout life, life happens, doubt creeps in, pain, rejection, human stuff, right? We lose sight of that. We lose sight of our vision, of our hope for our futures, our perspectives, what we believe can happen in our lives. Thank you for opening my eyes. You know, I was born in the mountains of North Carolina into a family of 12 children. We had nothing. We were dirt poor. For many, many years, we struggled to even have food. I remember coming home from church and someone would be on the front porch with a box of food and have left it for us. I remember going down and picking out welfare cheese and that powdered milk stuff that you mix up and you try to eat it with your cereal. But I'm so grateful for the environment I was born into. Did I have a lot to overcome? Did I have a lot of insecurities about would I be smart enough? Would anyone view me as being intelligent, being from the mountains of North Carolina, just a tiny little girl? Silly, funny, lover of life. Would anyone ever take me seriously? So many things, right? Based on where you were born and what environment you were born into and what background your family has and if they have money or not. I mean, all these things play into how we feel and process about ourselves. And then what we expect, what we believe is capable in our futures. It's really sad, but when you think about this, you think that your humble beginnings are a definition of who you'll be for the rest of your life? You think because you didn't have money and you didn't have nice things that you can't have that for yourself? You think you're incapable of building a life that feels good to you? That feels like a future? That feels like an environment you want to be a part of from now on? What are y'all saying about the cheese? Yes, Richard, it was like the big old long blocks, square, and you had to cut. Some of it you had to cut, but I think some of it was sliced, if I remember correctly. But you could get the cheese, and I love cheese now. But I don't think about those things in the same way. Like back then, I was embarrassed. Back then, I was ashamed. Back then, I just thought that I was small and I wouldn't amount to much. I thought that my future didn't hold very much because I couldn't go to a 4 year school. I went to work at 14. I babysat neighborhood kids at the age of 9. This is when I started working to try to bring some money in. And as a teenager, I remember my parents saying, like, we need you to help. And at the very least, if I wasn't helping my family, I was paying for my own things. I was providing for myself. So I think starting out with humble beginnings, looking at them from that perspective, believing that I was less than other people, believing that I didn't have a future, believing that my future was scarred. You see how these things, these patterns in your childhood go into your adult life and will either help you or harm you. I was so stubborn, y'all. Thank goodness for my hard head. I was so stubborn that I wasn't going to stay down for long. I've never been someone that would be defeated. I have a competitive spirit. I have a hard headed nature. I have a push through, almost military mentality. It's like there's a job to do. We're going to get in there. We're going to get it done. That's how I am. That's a blessing, right? But as a child, I was too hard headed, too curious, too Too much. Carrot, I see you. Carrot says, I'm a Marine. Thank you. So, as we think about this, would you say to yourself this morning, we're going to play a gifting game here, and we're going to call it Creating Space for Your Self Gain. And today is showing you that you have been running on overload. Send a gift right now of any amount, your favorite gift, or tap the screen as a commitment to yourself this morning. But God, Brandy. A commitment to yourself. And say to yourself, I choose to create space for myself. You had a lot of noodles and butter? Me too. So, because space, this is where your clarity can begin to return. This is where your nervous system is healing. So, we're going to call this gifting game the This Is Me activation. The purpose here is to help you recognize identity and emotional connection. I want to do something powerful together right here. If you're realizing today that you are a highly sensitive person, if something we've said has already made you feel seen in this live this morning, I want you to type the words, this is me. Because this is you acknowledging that now with this knowledge, you're going to be empowered here. You're going to leave this live this morning with greater awareness, greater understanding and empathy for yourself. You're going to realize that you're not too much, that you've never been too much. You've always been enough. This is about recognizing yourself. It isn't about labeling yourself. It's saying, I recognize this morning that I am a highly sensitive person, that I feel a lot, that I process more than your average person, and I am a multitasker. So I'm also processing multiple things at one time. Highly sensitive people, guess what else goes hand in hand much of the time? ADHD, autism, things that people label, right? ADHD, also a superpower. If you turn it into something powerful, God can take everything. He's gifted us. But we're looking at all of these things as if they're curses when they're actually blessings in disguise. With my ADHD, I can outrun most of y'all. I'll run circles around you in the amount of stuff I'll get done in a day. I can go 14 hours and go get food and maybe go pee, and I am back at it. That is the type of energy I bring in when I'm working, when I'm focused, when I love something, when I'm going all in. Anybody else feel that as a highly sensitive person? Drop 3 lightning bolts in the chat if you are that person. If you have all this massive energy, you can do all sorts of things at one time. You just have all this ability. Yes, ADHD is a superpower. You will outrun, outwork, out create, outperform every single person around you when you begin to look at it as it truly is. Take advantage of it. Use it to your benefit. Find something you love. Go create something for Jesus. Go all in for Jesus. I'm going to tell you what, you are a powerful force when you decide that you're going all in and you're going to do something in the kingdom of God, that you're ready to go to work. You'll put your whole heart and soul into it. You'll have so much energy, so much love for it. You'll do crazy things like me coming on live every morning at 8 a.m. on the weekdays. And I get so excited every morning. Think about that. Think about what God can do with your limitation. Is it a limitation now, family? Is it? Go for it. Now that we understand overwhelm, we need to talk about something deeper here. Boundaries are not rejection, they are self respect. Why saying no feels so hard for highly sensitive people. For many of us, An HSP, our boundaries do not feel natural. They feel threatening to us. Not because you don't understand them, but because your nervous system has been conditioned to associate connection with safety. If you grew up reading emotions, keeping peace, or managing the energy in a room, your brain learns something very early. If others are okay, I'm okay. This pattern, this is creating a pattern where saying no doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it feels like you're risking connection, right? You're risking conflict here. You're risking being rejected. Neuroscience shows that social rejection activates the same regions of the brain as physical pain. So when you go to set a boundary, your body may respond with anxiety, with guilt, or even fear, because your system, it doesn't feel like a simple decision. It feels like a threat to your safety. So what happens here? You say yes when you mean no. You overextend when you're already drained. You stay in conversations, environments, and relationships longer than your body can handle. It's not because you don't value yourself. It's because your system hasn't yet learned that you can be safe and still choose yourself. Here's the shift. Boundaries are not walls. They are not punishment for others or yourself. They are not rejection. Boundaries are about alignment. They are the moment you say, I can feel deeply, care deeply, and still honor my limits. If you don't set your boundaries, your nervous system will eventually set them for you through burnout, shutdown, or withdrawal. Guilt is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is a sign you're doing something new, especially if you were conditioned to prioritize everyone else above yourself. You can be kind and still say no. Boundaries and compassion can coexist. I've been going through that just this week. Setting a hard boundary this week, but yet still feeling empathy and compassion. Feeling a sadness, right? Your hope is that things always go well, but when there's no alignment, what can you do? You have to begin to protect yourself in whatever it is, whatever environment, whether it's a relationship, a job, if it's not aligned with yourself, your emotions, your nervous system, things that you need to feel good about, right? You need to go into your job in your workplace and have something meaningful. Most of you that are highly sensitive people, you're seeking out purpose. You're wanting to know if you can manage your emotions and bring on the emotional intelligence and begin to strengthen yourself and set some healthy boundaries. Can you go out there and teach others to do the same? You absolutely can. God has a plan for you. God has a plan for your future. People pleasing is often a survival strategy, it's not a personality trait. It was learned to maintain safety, approval, or stability. Your body will tell you before your words do. Tightness, hesitation, exhaustion. These are all boundary signals. Every time you override yourself, you reinforce self abandonment. But every time you honor yourself, you're rebuilding trust within. I love that. Miss Yummy sharing and being very vulnerable. I'm burning out and lacking boundaries. It's good that you're recognizing this. Acknowledgement is step one. So, we're going to do a coaching tool here. It's called the pause before yes rule. Before committing to anything, just make it your habit to say these words. Let me check my schedule and get back to you. Keep it simple, right? You say yes to everything, and then after you said yes, you're like, "Oh my goodness, I don't want to go to this. I don't feel good about this," or "This doesn't feel like a place I want to be a part of," or "This environment is not healthy for me." But I keep going back to it because I'm not taking any time to pause. So, we all have a calendar. You know what? Thank you for the invitation. Let me check my calendar. I'll get back to you on it. Giving you the time and the space to make a decision that is aligned with your boundaries, with the environments you want to be a part of, with the people that you want to be around. You should be surrounding yourself as a highly sensitive person with other people that are highly sensitive, people that understand, people that seek out understanding in you, people that will let you have your space. They're going to let you have 10 minutes to go and rest for a minute or take a breath. They're going to understand you. God sends you the right people when you align with Him. I've aligned with God. I've aligned with Jesus. I've aligned with the Holy Spirit. I'm a daughter of a king. I'm a highly sensitive individual. I've spent my whole life processing everyone else's emotions, feeling so bad for them, wanting to fix everything for everyone. But I had to strategize on how to help people to grow. I'm not here to fix you, I'm just here to help you. And if I can support your journey in any way, my link tree is in my profile. If you're willing to make a donation to the lives and transformation of other people who are also struggling, thewillowayfoundation.com. Donate now, it is tax deductible. We are a 501c out of North Carolina, helping people across the world. But if you need to schedule your one-to-one, there are all sorts of resources in my link tree. They're on TikTok. So I'm going to give you some journaling prompts here and some questions for you. Where in your life do you say yes when you actually mean no? What are you afraid will happen if you set a boundary? And what would it look like to trust yourself enough to choose your limits? We're going to do a simple boundary script here. I want you to practice saying these things with me out loud. Number one, I am not able to commit to that right now. Number two, I need some time to myself today. Number three, that won't work for me. Again, thank you so much for the invitation, but I can't make it this time. Did you practice those? Put a smiley face into the chat if you practice those. I need some time to myself today. I'm not able to commit to that right now. I see you with the smiley faces. No over explaining, and you don't have to apologize for your needs. Stop apologizing to people. I mean, they've invited multiple people most of the time. If it's a one on one thing, but it's not been a good environment, you should be rethinking this, right? Unless it can become a good environment, a positive environment for you, you might want to separate yourself from it if you know that it is impacting you in a negative way, right? So if you think about this, it's pretty simple. And to set a boundary, why do you feel that you should apologize for taking care of your needs? This is not about ego. This is about self love. This is about recognition that some environments don't feel nice. Some environments are not for us. Some of them do not feel great. But if you're here this morning and you're sticking around, we have 190 people here on live right now. This is resonating in the hearts of many people this morning. Because to recognize that your sensitivity is not a weakness, it doesn't make you too much, it makes you gifted. Surround yourself with people who see you. Surround yourself with people who read beyond your book cover. And let the rest of the people go, releasing it all back out here. Take your energy and stuff it. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But you guys know what I mean. It's like, I don't want this anymore. I'm not carrying your projections of pain anymore. I can't carry you through life. I know, gallivanting. I said that before I thought about it. That was mean, but that was like something I would have said as a child. And I said it in a childlike voice. I'm like, take it and stuff it. But I don't necessarily mean that. But I think being honest with people is step one. Like, first, being real and being authentic with yourself, creating space for you to heal and to be in environments that do support your sensitivity, building an environment and a life that feels peaceful, a life that you can achieve stillness, that you can have space. This space is where discernment comes in. This time that you spend in stillness, this is when God can step in and start talking to you. If you're so busy all the time, if you're worried about everybody else, if you're wanting to be liked so badly that you have to change, you have to shift, you have to always change a perspective or a belief system that feels out of alignment with who you are, that is not for you. It's the same thing I told Bradley just this last week. Some of the people that are in the most pain in this world are chameleons. Drop a little lizard emoji or something if you've known people before that shift and change, regardless of what environment they're in. They go with the flow wherever they are. They agree with everything wherever they are. They do whatever everybody else is doing wherever they are. Change the color everywhere they go. I might be purple today, but tomorrow I'm green. Whoever I'm hanging around, I'm going to wear the clothes they wear. I'm going to show up looking like them, acting like them, talking like them. I see so many of you, Cupcake, Leslie, Brandy, Gallivanting says I used to. And that's huge to own that, right? That's so vulnerable to share and say, I used to be one. Lisa, I see you. Misty Hayes, RJ. I've known so many people. And these are some of the saddest people. Do you know why? They have no idea who they are. They have no idea. They haven't even given themselves a space to be authentic, to be who they are. Is that not one of the saddest things you've ever heard? You have an identity in Christ. Jesus loves you. God loves you. The Holy Spirit is fully here for you. It is waiting for you to come home. Don't be a chameleon. Be yourself. And as you begin to be yourself, what happens is the world, the universe, God begins to send you the people that will allow you to be yourself, the right people that you do fit in with, that you have a sense of belonging. Just like you finding this live this morning, that's not by accident. It's not by accident that you're right here, that you showed up this morning, and that we have this community here that's meant to empower you, elevate you, help bring you home to yourself, help you love yourself again, help you see yourself in the way God sees you. Welcome if you're new this morning. This is a conversation. We have one every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard. I hope you join us every day. I hope you come back. I hope you know how much God loves you. Everything we do here is about bringing glory to the testimony and the lives of others, turning pain to power, changing up perspectives, growing every day in relationship, in community, in connection. Everything we do here is for Him, for Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for healing my heart. Thank you, God, for creating me with wisdom, for giving me knowledge, for gifting me in all of the ways you gifted me. My hair, my eyes, my body, my brain, my heart, my spirit. Have you ever thought about the ways that God gifted you? When's the last time you paid attention to the greatest gifts He's given you? What's your favorite thing about yourself? I'm going to ask you to jump into the chat and share this with the family. And I'm going to give you a lot of time for everyone to share. Your awkwardness, Lisa, you are love. You are love. Brandy says, my heart. I'm going to give you a minute to type your favorite thing about yourself. And maybe you haven't thought about it for a while. You might have to go back to childhood. What did you love about yourself as a child? What things gave you the most excitement? What made you feel most alive? What made you feel most alive? Share yours. Favorite gift about yourself. I'll be right back. Please, because I see what you know. These hands have no power. There ain't an hour you won't come through. That's why when mountains move, I say, looks like somebody prayed. I love encouraging you to share your greatest gifts because every single one of you are gifted in your own way. And we don't know why certain people are gifted with certain things, but I do know that it's intentional by God, whatever gifts you were given. So we're going to scroll up here. Noah says, my heart. Absolutely, Noah. See that one pinned, so bear with me just a minute. I love that you shared my awkwardness as a gift. I love that. I'm a little awkward too, Lisa, if I'm being honest. Your heart, Brandy? Yes. Your heart, Noah. My love for others, singing. I love that. Your humor. Billy says my heart. Paula says my heart. My throat is so scratchy right now. Your love for others, your compassion for others. Anybody else? Your favorite gift. Compassion, love, heart. My hard-headed nature. Bray Bray. Hey, good morning. What is your favorite thing about yourself, Brayden? Your favorite gift that you know came from God. I already know my favorite gift about Brayden. I'm going to share it in a minute, but we're going to let him share first. Carrot says, my love for those others would throw away my love for family. I love that, Carrot. You have a heart for the underdog? Me too. You left your coffee in the microwave. I truly get that. I think you know. Saka, welcome to our family. User says, I could write music. RJ says to be able to read the room and who needs compassion. That's wonderful. That's a wonderful gift. Good morning, Adrian. Jennifer, welcome to our family. Mona, welcome to our family. Skin, welcome. Layla, welcome. Brandy says how I have turned all the pain into something powerful. Wow, Brandy, that's your superpower. Pain to power, right? Amen, sister. Lisa says trustworthy. We're at 70,000 likes, David. Thank you for updating us. Doyle with a whole bunch of blue diamonds. Welcome, welcome. Welcome from Tanzania. Jay, welcome back this morning. All right. Anybody else with comments here? Jesus is a gift to me. Absolutely. A plate, piano in the valley. Robert, welcome to our family. Catherine, what did you say before? You said that's going on my gravestone. Was it something I said? Noah says he can cook. Doyle says being a great friend. Braden says my only gift is that I'm different from others. That is a gift, but that's not your only gift. What ways are you different? You have a beautiful heart. You have an incredible spirit. You have, honestly, Braden, you're one of the most creative people I've ever met in my life. And you have this keen awareness for like creating. Braden actually, when I came on TikTok, Braden has a bunch of followers. This is Bray Bray. And Braden is he's a part of my family. Honestly, he's one of my kids. Um, we don't have circumstances where he can live with me. If we could, I would absolutely do it all day long. And he knows that. But I know Braden and I know how creative he is and how intelligent he is. And the world might look at us and think certain things because we don't look the same or we don't act the same. We don't carry ourselves the same. Maybe we have this awesome hair like Bray does, whatever it may be, right? But I think it's important for you to recognize that all people carry gifts and we don't know the ways that I can't say like you're gifted this way, I'm gifted that way, and I'm better, or that it somehow puts me up here. I fully don't believe that anyone is better than anyone else. I don't believe that. I believe 1,000,000% that we are all gifted, that you have yours and you're the OG. I have mine, I'm the OG, right? We are ourselves. And the more you accept that and you accept that you are authentically created to be different, okay? To be different from everyone. It's not about ego, it's about what things am I gifted with? And how can I turn those gifts into something for God to bring glory to the kingdom of God? How can I take all of these great ideas I have, all of this energy I have, all of this natural talent I have, Braden going on live, Braden doing commercials. I mean, Braden has gifts that you're right, Braden. You're absolutely not the same as everyone. Thank God for that. Same to all of you. You are not the same as everyone else. Thank God for it. So, technical issue for just a moment. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to start my music back in just 1 minute, okay? But I want you guys, as I'm stepping away for just a moment because my laptop got unplugged somehow, I'm going to ask you guys to think about one actionable thing when you end up leaving this live today. And you can share something now that you can begin to do differently when you're supporting your sensitivity. Okay? Because I'm not fussing at you and I'm not judging you. But now that you're understanding that you are a highly sensitive person, I think for you to walk away with something that you can do to show better support and love for yourself in this. All of this is important. The recognition that this is you, but it's also the next step to this is to understand that you need to take it forward. This information, don't leave it here. Start taking better care of yourselves. Start creating environments that feel peaceful to you, that are healing, that you're surrounded by people that know you and they know you deeper, right? Than just this surface level stuff. Those are the kind of people that are your forever people. That's your tribe. That's your community. This is your community, by the way. Brandy says that she can rest more, work on her breath work. I love that, Brandy. What's one thing that you can do to be more mindful and to pay more attention to yourself here? To what you need. Cold Hearted says listening to myself and having more self care. Thank you for the heart, me. Thank you, JJ. What is it for you? What can you do differently than you've done before to take better care of yourself and your highly sensitive personality? Thank you, Lisa. Goodness. Issues with this MacBook all morning, so you guys bear with me. I'm going to pause for 1 moment. I'm going to start my music back in a moment. But as we talk through this highly sensitive personality and how you can turn it into a superpower, if it's resonating in your heart and minds today, and you're realizing that your sensitivity is not something you should be ashamed of, you should worry and continue to feel as if something is wrong with you. So if you're new this morning, I'd love to hear from you right now. This is The Dwelling Place. I'm Sarah Elizabeth, and I am a transformational life coach out of the mountains of North Carolina. I'm here sharing every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I spend time with people one-on-one. I help people on retreats and a lot of transformational coaching modalities like breathwork intensives, things that really can help you to reconnect with yourself. And I think for everyone to begin to understand yourself, have compassion and love for yourself, number one. Because until we do this, until we find some way to reconnect with ourselves, we can't fully love anyone else appropriately. So, a lot of this mission is about unity. It's about helping you to reconnect. It's about you putting in the effort and making the investment into yourself. Yes, God wants us to be our best selves. He wants us to be committed to growth every day. It is called becoming for a reason. So, I can help you if you've been struggling. I don't want you to ever feel as if you're alone. You are not alone. You've never fully been alone. And I can help you be fully aware of that at the end of our time together if you work with me one on one. A lot of people need this in their lives. My link tree is in my profile. So if you're willing to go and schedule one-on-one time with me, discovery sessions are always free. And then I do have free resources there for you. There is a new ebook there that's a mini ebook. It's just cute. But Kylie put it in there for free for you guys, for anybody that's working on trauma and things. You're never alone and you are completely forgiven. Absolutely. I love that, Erin. Welcome this morning. It's good to see you back. Never alone, always forgiven, right? Completely forgiven. Absolutely. So, still struggling here with my MacBook, but we're going to continue to talk about it because I think the understanding that we've given ourselves in the past and how we've seen ourselves versus, and worrying about how the world perceives us so much and worried about if they like us or if they do not like us. And, we already kind of know, if you're as sensitive as I am, you get a feeling from people. You know if they like you or they don't like you. You know if they truly care. Like, something in you keeps popping up when you're hot, when you're sensitive. It's like these red flags or the feelings, that emotion keeps coming up. And it may be an environment, it could be a person, it could be an opportunity that it just doesn't feel right and it's just not sitting right. Paying attention to these things, this is a form of self love. It is the spirit of discernment, and it is a form of self love. To love yourself enough to be mindful that your emotions do matter, that you matter, your sensitivity matters, your feelings matter. And the right people will treat you accordingly. They're going to treat you as if you matter. They're going to treat you as if your opinion and your feelings matter. They're going to want you to be peaceful and have what you need. The people that love you and that are for you, they want you to be happy. They want you to live in peace. They want you to have things in your life that make you feel confident, that make you feel good. They want you to work and do things that feel aligned with you. They want good things for you. Okay, what do good things look like versus what we've accepted as highly sensitive people? You tell me. I'm gonna switch to my other laptop. Give me just a second. Do this all day long, back and forth. Medicare will away. Medicare will away. But I think I can finish it here. Bear with me just a second. Very, very frustrated with my laptop this morning. So thank y'all for your patience. So, as we think about these things, I think for every single one of us to recognize, and we talked about it being a form of self love, for you to give yourself the understanding that you've needed from other people. Because you tend to start talking to yourself. Yeah, I'm resourceful. Thank God for that. But you start talking to yourself in ways like, right, you start to say things. What is the common message that you've heard on replay when it comes to being a highly sensitive person? Or maybe you didn't know that until today, but you have had these belief systems and things that you say over and over again in your own mind, in your own spirit, that have really affected you in negative ways. What's the number one recurring thought that you get around this? I don't belong. I don't fit in. I'm too much for these people. too much for every situation. I never, like making comments like I always or I never. What are the things for you? Thank you, Erin. I see a victorious woman. Yes, you do. You sure do. So, thinking on these lines with an understanding that all of these things matter. And if you are telling yourself certain things over and over, whether you say it, whether it's something that you're not speaking to the world, you're keeping it inside, whatever it may be, either way, it is affecting you. Okay. Either way, it is harmful to you. So, whatever thought processes you've allowed to play on repeat in your mind around your sensitivity and whether or not you're too much or whether you're able, strong enough for things, like people that are highly sensitive, because you've been reactive emotionally and haven't learned how to self regulate, you start feeling as if you're weak. You start to feel as if you're not capable of accomplishing things or completing tasks. You become discouraged. You stop going out there and trying to do things and accomplish things because you think that it's not going to happen for you. Do you see what I mean? So what are you saying to yourself today? What truths do you allow in? And what do you guard your heart against in your spirit? All of it matters, right? It matters how you speak to yourself. It matters if you are compassionate or empathetic with yourself. And the problem is, many of us were empathetic with everyone but ourselves. Tell me I'm wrong. You have empathy and love for every other person, but you are so hard on yourself. You don't understand that you being feeling overwhelmed, that it's not a weakness. You told yourself you're not strong enough, you're not capable, you won't accomplish things because you're too weak, right? Wrong. This is something, this is like a worldview. This is how the world wants to make you feel. Because truthfully, we know as Christians, and if you're not a believer this morning, reach out to me. I'll pray for you. You can put a purple heart. If you want to accept Christ, if you're willing to accept grace and forgiveness for yourself, because that's going to be necessary for you to be able to truly accept Christ. Because having grace and compassion for yourself, you offer grace, compassion, and empathy to others. If you don't have it for yourself, you will not have it for others. So, if you've not had compassion for yourself, if you've not been graceful with yourself, if you've not been patient, if you haven't provided yourself enough room without guilting or shaming, thank you, Sammy. There's a lot of people I know right now that this is resonating in your heart this morning. And it matters that you showed up today. It is not by accident that we found one another. And if you are new here, please jump into the chat and say hello. Let us know how we can support your journey. My link tree is in my profile. You can go into the link tree and click on all sorts of tools and resources there to help you take back your life and to begin your journey to transformation. If you're someone that's just beginning, know that there are people in this community that are beginning from all different phases of this. Spiritual awakenings happening in this family all the time. People coming every day who are experiencing things they don't understand. And this community is for you. Everything we do is for you. It is biblical truth. It is connection. It is honesty. It is authenticity. It is everything that God wants us to bring here for you. I woke up this morning thinking about the highly sensitive person. And I came into my day thinking about it. I've been thinking about it all week because truthfully, in the past 2 weeks, I've had 3 different clients that are really struggling with sensitivity to other people's projections. And in helping you to take back power here, and to guard yourself, imagining a force around you. Guard your heart with the Holy Spirit. Guard your heart with the sword of truth, your Bible, whatever it is, but put your armor on, armor up. Called it suit up the other day. That was fun, wasn't it? So we're not finished here. We've got a lot more. So thank you guys so much for being here and your patience with me as I've had multiple different issues this morning, but something about this live, God is really in the middle of it. So if you're here this morning, it is not by accident. So I was able to open it up, the file up on my other computer. So bear with me just a second. We talked about so many things this morning already around highly sensitive things. And to say that you're going to release what is not yours is powerful. And we're going to talk about that right now because you've been carrying so much that I think for you to understand that God is moving in your life, He's moving in this community, and He wants us to bring truth to the world. And a lot of these things you've never heard, you've never been taught about because there's a way to heal things that you haven't approached, that people haven't told you about before. We've labeled everything. Mental health is across the universe. There are holistic approaches to mental health. There is recovery, there is rest, there is renewal. And that's what this community is for. So yes, thank you so much. Welcome to our community. Jennifer Bond, welcome to our family. Sending you lots and lots of love today. Welcoming all new people this morning, but thankful and grateful for every person that comes in every day. We have the most wonderful community of caring people, people that understand what it's like. Chapter 7, we're going to talk about not everything you sense is fear. Because for highly sensitive people, we tend to internalize things as something that's fearful. These shifts, we don't understand them. So as humans, when we don't fully understand, we tend to get fearful, right? We tend to be afraid. We tend to start wanting to control or projecting this energy of control out into the world and into our relationships. So as we talk about this, I'm going to post a united heart. If 3 of you will jump in and help me meet this, I will love you forever. I love you anyway, but So highly sensitive people, we're living in a confusing space between what we feel and what we sense. What we fear, because we're picking up these subtleties so quickly, you can often notice changes before there is visible proof. You catch tone shifts, inconsistencies, emotional undercurrents, and environmental changes that others are missing. Your brain is constantly integrating patterns below the level of conscious awareness, which is why you sometimes just know. You just know something before you can even explain it. But this gift becomes confusing when it's filtered through an unregulated nervous system. Intuition is usually clear, grounded, and quiet. Anxiety is usually urgent, repetitive, and fear-driven. Intuition may come as a steady inner knowing, a body cue, a pause, or a clear sense that something is aligned or off. Anxiety, on the other hand, tends to spin. It's seeking certainty, demanding immediate attention and action, and pulls you away into these mental loops. For many HSPs or highly sensitive people, these two have been tangled together because your past experiences taught your body to stay hyper aware. So now, what could be discernment is often questioned, and what could be fear is sometimes mistaken for truth. Gut feeling. Yeah. This is where the deeper healing begins. You don't have to abandon your sensitivity in order to trust yourself. You need to learn the language of your body, your mind, and your inner knowing. Because when intuition is clear, it does not scream, it's not forcing, it's not panicky. It simply knows. And the more regulated you become, the easier it is to tell the difference between the nervous system seeking safety and a deeper inner awareness guiding you toward truth. Some universal truth here: intuition and anxiety can feel similar at first, but they do not move the same way. One grounds, the other agitates. A dysregulated nervous system can distort perception. This is why regulation must come before interpretation. Your sensitivity can become powerful discernment when it is supported by clarity. The goal is to not stop sensing, it is to sense accurately. Intuition is often brief and clear. Anxiety, repetitive and demanding. If a thought keeps spinning and escalating, it is likely fear trying to gain control. Your body thinks that wisdom, right? It's holding on to wisdom, but it also holds on to memory. Not every strong sensation is guidance. Some sensations are unresolved survival responses. Discernment grows when you slow down. Thank you, Lisa. A highly sensitive person, we know the truth, but it's only after the noise settles. Slow down. Your discernment will grow tremendously if you slow down. I have 3 practical coaching tools for you, but I am going to get my music going. Bear with me just 1 second. It's going to pause for a moment. And if you're on other platforms this morning, thank you so much for being here. You guys are the best. Oh, your amazing grace, I've seen and tasted it. It's running through my veins. I can't escape its grip. Yeah. My state is patient. Cover everything. Oh, your blood for me. Oh, your blood. No, back off. Here we go. Oh, your blood. It's healthy. Across the end. It's my. Thank you for being here this morning. The best family, the best community. And if you need my help one on one, please don't hesitate to reach out. It's so wonderful to be with you guys today. We're going to get YouTube back up and going here. All right. I'm so sorry. I'm back. So I lost my music, I lost my content, I lost all of the stuff, and I felt really out of sync there and discombobulated. So thank you for being patient for me and letting me get back up this morning. And thank you all so much for your support every day. I love you guys so, so much. So we just wrapped up segment 7 and we're moving on. But I think it's just, I want to acknowledge those of you this morning that have said that this is opening your eyes around the fact that you are an HSP. You are a highly sensitive person. And I think if you're new this morning and if you haven't been here before or you didn't hear the beginning of the live, you should know that this is intentional. This is on purpose. And for you to recognize and give yourself the space and the clarity and the ability to continue to grow in it. I said a minute ago that it will light up your discernment. Being sensitive to bad things, what if you became sensitive to things, only things that are good for you? What if? What if you decided you were going to guard yourself against the bad stuff? You learn how to recognize it. You learn how it makes you feel. And then you're empowered, right? You can go forward in power. What do I mean by this? You can begin to use this gift as something powerful, a way to assist you in your discernment, your feelings. Are you being sensitive here because it's a trigger? Or is it sensitive to you because there's a message here for you? There's a truth here. I have a gifting game for you. This one is called the I Choose Myself game. Send a gift or tap the screen as a declaration right now. A gift of any amount. You can make a donation in honor of this live and for the people here. There's a lot of people here this morning. You're helping to grow and plant seeds into the lives of others. TheWillowWayFoundation.com. My link tree is in my profile. Or if you're seeking out transformational spiritual life coaching services, you can find me, my link tree in my profile. You can schedule your one-on-one discovery sessions are always free. So if you're here this morning, I challenge you to do something for yourself today. Make an investment into your future. Work with someone who sees you and who can help you understand and help you to empower your future. That is what all of this is for. So I want you to say out loud after you send your gift, I want you to say this out loud. I choose myself without guilt. If you want to type it into the chat, I choose myself without guilt. I'm going to give you a moment to type yours because I want to see as many people in this family with that message in the chat right now. I choose myself without guilt. All right. I choose myself without guilt. Jana, I see you. I see you, April. I see you, Paulo. I see you, Lisa. I see you, RJ, Brandy, Richard, Jana. Anyone else? I choose myself without guilt. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Thank you, Jess. Good to see you this morning. All right. So we're moving on to chapter 8 here. You don't feel too much. You feel fully. Emotional intensity, depth, and regulation for the highly sensitive person. Are you ready? Highly sensitive people, you don't just experience emotions. You experience them with depth, texture, and intensity. What feels like a passing moment for someone else can feel like a wave moving through your entire body. This is not because you are unstable. It's because your nervous system is more responsive and your brain processes emotional stimuli more deeply. Areas tied to emotional awareness and empathy are more active, meaning you don't just register emotion, you embody it. But when emotional intensity isn't understood, it can feel overwhelming. You may have been told you're too emotional, you take things too personally, you need to toughen up. So what happens? You are suppressing, minimizing, or questioning your own emotional experience. I see you, Jana. Good morning. You disconnect from what you try to feel to function in a world that doesn't move at your depth. But suppression doesn't remove emotion, it stores it. In the body, in the nervous system, and in the patterns that eventually show up as anxiety, exhaustion, or emotional shutdown. And here's the truth most people never hear. Your emotional depth is not the problem. Your lack of safe processing and regulation is the issue. When you learn how to feel without drowning, when you learn how to process without suppressing, your emotional depth becomes one of your greatest strengths. It becomes connection. It becomes intuition or discernment. It becomes the ability to understand yourself and others on a level that most people never reach. Emotions are meant to move. They're not meant to stay stuck. When they are felt and processed, they pass. When suppressed, they build. I see you, Randy, with the wowzas. Wowza, right? Intensity does not equal instability. You can feel deeply and still be grounded. And you don't need to shut down your emotions. You need to learn how to hold your emotions. Regulation is key. It is not avoiding them, it is holding them. You may have learned to fear your own emotions because no one taught you how to process them safely. Emotional waves peak and pass within minutes. Unless the mind holds them, it's often the thinking that prolongs the feeling. Your body is designed to release emotion through sensation, tears, breath, movement. These are not weaknesses, these are release mechanisms. So, we're going to call this coaching tool the Name It to Tame It tool. And when emotion arises, I want you to say, I am feeling, and name the emotion. I am feeling sadness. I am feeling loneliness. I am feeling rejected. I am feeling pain. I don't want you to name this. You don't say, I am this emotion. I am sad. I am hurt. I am in pain. Like you can say that, but you know what I mean? Like for you to name the emotion versus taking it in as this being part of your identity. I am depressed. What if you said, I am feeling depressed? I am depressed is putting it into your brain that this is the part, this is you. It's a projection into yourself, right? I am feeling depressed. I am feeling sad. I feel lonely. Not I am lonely. I am alone. What is that doing? You see how it matters so much in your brain and which part of your body, which part of your brain is activated. So as you speak to yourself, I want you to type into the chat, I am feeling blank. I am feeling blank. We are separating your identity from the experience and we're calming your brain here. If you've always said, I am too much, you have to rewrite these things. This is a rewire. Noah says, I am feeling regret. Robert says, I am feeling lost. I feel you, Robert. We've all been there. Brandy says, I am feeling calm. Cold-hearted, I am feeling hopeful. Lisa, I am feeling a little anxious. So do you see, is this normally the way you speak to yourself? I am feeling blank. Or do you normally say, I am whatever? I am mad. I am angry. I am hurt. I am in, like, do you see the difference in how you're speaking to yourself? I'm feeling lost. Feeling lost most of the time means that you're stuck. Feeling lost, you don't know how to step forward. Direction is hard, right? But we want to separate your identity from your experience, right? Now we're going to do the 90-second emotional wave practice. When a strong emotion hits you, sit with it. Don't try to fix it immediately. Sit with it and begin to breathe. Notice where this emotion is felt in your body. What is it impacting? Your breathing, your heart rates, your pain in your shoulders that you get when you get stressed out? Then we're going to do the safe release method. Choose one of these. Cry intentionally. I don't want to cry. Move your body. Walk, shake, stretch. Get away from me. Stay out. Like you need to know, I can love you from over here. You stay over there. Your energy is awful. You bring nothing to me but things that make me feel as if you would love to see me fall right now. So I'm going to let you keep your love to see me fail energy over here. And I'll just love you and I'll still love you. But I'm not going to allow it, right? Because I'm going to care for myself. It matters. Deep exhale breathing. You ever done an exhale that was just, you just let a deep exhale out and you just like 6 to 8 seconds and you just breathe out all the energy, the stress, the pain, whatever it is, whatever emotion you feel, just get it out of you. This emotion I am putting back out into the universe. I do not want to carry this with me today. Safe release method. You're allowing your emotion to move through instead of staying trapped within. You're not stuffing it. You're releasing it. Then I'm going to respond the way I actually feel. Whatever is aligned with how I really feel. What is my truth here? Questions for you for your journal. What emotions do you struggle to allow yourself to fully feel? Where in your body do you hold emotional tension? Shoulders, back, neck? What would it look like to trust your emotions instead of fearing your emotions? Janice is anger. Affirmation number 1. Choose the one that you love the most. There's a couple of you with anger, not stuffing. Brandy said she's releasing it. Affirmation number 1, I am safe to feel what I feel. Or you choose number 2, my emotions move through me. They do not control me. Number 3, my depth is a strength and I honor it with care. Drop your favorite. I'll be right back. Jennifer, thank you so much for your support. Thank you everyone here supporting this morning. Best community ever. I'll be right back. I'll be the banks to your river. I love that song. If you ever feel like you only being to make a true believe wanna hold you close can never hold you back. Be the banks for your river. We can be each other's banks, right? We don't ever want anyone to be held back. I want to see all people reach their highest potential in life. And I believe in people. I believe in you because I know God gifted you. I am guilty, ashamed of what I've done, what I've become. These hands are dirty. I dare not let. All right. Let's see what you got. 1, 2, and 3 for cold-hearted. Janice says, I am safe to feel anger. 1, 2, and 3. You can pick them all if you want to, Noah. Brandy chose 1, 2, and then she put a bunch of 3s. 2 and 3 for Noah. 1, 2, and 3 cold-hearted. Richard with 2 and 3. Anybody else? Let me see. These lights are awful bright on my tired eyes this morning. Might need to get my glasses. All right. All right. 4 new messages. Sorrow. I see you, Miss Yummy. Lisa with 1, 2, and 3. I see you, RJ. You are loved. RJ with 3. Hello. Welcome to our family this morning. So let's create a real moment here. I want you to drop an emoji into the chat, a wave emoji, if your emotions feel tense. If they feel intense for you. Drop a broken heart emoji if you've been told that you're too emotional. Excuse me. Drop a purple heart if you're ready to understand your emotions differently. So, wave emoji if your emotions feel tense. Broken heart if you've been told that you're too emotional. Or a purple heart if you're ready to understand your emotions differently. I want to see you. What is everybody going to take away today from this live? and help me meet my goal for super fans. I have 26 of 36. You guys can jump in and make a powerful change. So, as we continue on to number 9, I see Lisa with some broken heart emojis, purple hearts for carrot. I see all of you guys. So, if you pause for a moment here and you take a deep breath, and then you take a longer breath out, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Not what you should feel, not what makes sense maybe to other people. What is actually there? If you feel safe, drop one word in the chat of how you feel. Do you feel seen this morning? Do you feel safe? Do you feel that you found a community that you can be a part of every day, that you're going to be seen? People are going to honor your journey. There's no judgment or shame. You can come here, you can worship Jesus, you can join in on the conversation, you can become a part of a community, and you can help us grow this. I want you to send a gift right now if this live has resonated or if it has stirred something in your spirit. We're going to release something together right now. If you've been carrying emotions that are not yours, thank you, Lisa. Lisa says, I am safe here. Thank you. I see you with a purple heart, full hearted. I see you with a rose, wifey. Releasing what is not yours. Emotional release, nervous system reset here. You've been holding tension, overwhelm, and energy from other people. Okay, Brandy, I love you. This is your moment to let it go. Repeat after me. I release what is not mine. And I want you to actually feel it when you say it. You don't have to carry everything you feel. You don't have to hold on to things that were never yours. Today, we release it. You don't have to hold on to these things. So, now that we talked about relationships, we need to bring everything together into something powerful. How highly sensitive people step into their strength, their purpose, and their power. Because your sensitivity is not just something to manage, it is something to lead with. You were never meant to just cope, you were meant to lead with this. The highly sensitive person as a leader, a healer, and a visionary. For most of your life, your sensitivity may have been felt like, and it may have felt like something you had to manage or hide or overcome. You learned how to adjust, how to read the room, how to protect your energy just enough so that you can function. But what if everything you've experienced, the depth, the awareness, the emotional intelligence, was never meant to be reduced? It was meant to be refined and led with. Highly sensitive people carry a unique combination of traits that the world is actually starving for. Empathy, pattern recognition, deep processing, and intuitive awareness. These are not soft traits. These are high-level leadership traits. You can sense what isn't being said. You can identify underlying issues before they surface. You can connect with people in a way that builds trust, safety, and transformation. But here's where the HSPs, the highly sensitive people, often stay stuck. You stayed in survival mode instead of stepping into leadership. You use your sensitivity to adapt instead of to guide. You're shrinking into environments that don't understand you instead of creating environments that align with you. Here's the truth that changes everything. Your sensitivity is not just for your healing. It is also for your impact. When regulated, a highly sensitive person becomes a leader who sees what others miss. A healer who creates safe space for transformation. A visionary who understands depth, people, and direction. You were never meant to just get through life. You are meant to shape life. Your sensitivity can become power when it's supported and directed. Without tools, it overwhelms. With tools, it leads. You're not behind, you're developing depth that others don't. Your timeline is different because your processing is deeper. The world needs what you carry, not less of it, more of it. Expressed with clarity and strength. You don't need to become less sensitive to be successful. You need to become more regulated. Regulation unlocks your capacity. Your ability to read people is a leadership advantage. In business relationships and impact, this is a gift. You're not meant for every environment, and that is your superpower. Alignment matters more than you fitting in. So we're going to do our last exercise, the reframe exercise. There you go, Lisa. You are needed. Look at you, just putting it all together so beautifully there. An impact. My impact, a leader, a healer, a visionary. I'm a shaper. I have depth. I am needed. Regulate. Amen. Take what you labeled as weakness. We're going to reframe this with strength, reframe exercise. What have you labeled as weakness? And I want you to ask yourself this question: how could this be a strength in the right environment? Example, I feel everything. Rewritten into I understand people deeply. This rewires your identity at a foundational level. And your environment check. Does this space value depth? Can I be myself here? Do I feel expanded or drained in this environment? HSPs don't thrive everywhere. They thrive in the right places. And here's your step forward action. Choose one small way to lead with your sensitivity today. Speak your truth. Set a boundary. Share your insights. Create something meaningful. Power builds through action, not just awareness. Where in your life have you been shrinking instead of stepping forward? What strengths do you carry because of your sensitivity? And what would it look like to lead with who you truly are? Affirmation number 1, you choose the one you love the most. Number 1, my sensitivity is a strength and I lead with it confidently. Number 2, I am not here to shrink. I am here to expand and impact. Number 3, I trust what I carry and how I am designed. Drop a flame emoji if you're ready to step into your power today. Drop a crown emoji if you're starting to see your sensitivity different. I see you all. Jana, Bird, Miss Yummy. Crown emoji for Jana. Drop a purple heart emoji if you know that you were made for more. Step into your power. Today is changing how you see yourself. If you're ready to stop shrinking and start stepping forward, send a gift right now of any amount as a declaration, and then repeat after me. I am stepping into my power fully. Because this is not where your journey ends. Thank you, Lisa, sewing into the lives of other people. In the center of the screen at the top, you can click there, you can send, I think, pretty sure that's where you can click and you can choose the gift you want to send. Jennifer, I see you. This is where we begin our journeys differently. This is not the ending. So we've walked through identity. We've talked about your nervous system, your emotions, your relationships, your mind, your intuition. Thank you, Cold Hearted. Now we're going to bring it all together. Chapter 10 is where we're going to anchor this into who you're becoming. Type into the chat, I'm going to choose myself. This is not about ego. I am choosing myself. Boundaries and empowerment. An identity shift. This one is important. If you've been the one who overgives, you've been the one who puts everyone else first, if you've been the one who struggles to say no, type the words, I choose myself. Not in a selfish way, in a healthy, aligned way, grounded way. Because choosing yourself is how your life begins to change. And one little bonus here, I walk in alignment with who I am. Today was never about giving you new information. It was about giving you language for what you've always known. You are not too much. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are someone who feels deeply, processes fully, sees clearly, and carries an awareness that many people spend their entire lives trying to develop. For a long time, you may have tried to minimize that or make yourself easier to understand, easier to be accepted, easier to fit into spaces that were never designed for your depth. Cold-hearted, I see you choosing yourself. But that version of you is not the version you are walking forward anymore, right? Because now you understand. Your nervous system needs care, not criticism. Your emotions need movement, not suppression. Your mind needs direction, not endless longing. Your boundaries need honor, not guilt. Your intuition needs trust, not doubt. And your relationships need alignment, not overgiving. Your oversensitivity, this needs to be lived, not hidden. This is where everything shifts. You're no longer trying to survive your sensitivity. You're learning how to lead with it and from it. And when you do that, you're going to move differently. You're going to choose differently. You connect differently. You show up differently because you're no longer questioning who you are. You are standing in who you are. Nothing about you needs to be reduced, only understood and supported. Your life changes when you stop abandoning yourself to fit others. Clarity, peace, and power come from alignment, not adaptation. I see you. Self-trust is built through small, consistent honoring of yourself. Every boundary, every pause, and every moment of awareness matters. You don't need to figure everything out. You only need to stay connected to yourself. That connection becomes your guide. This is patient and it's practice, right? It's not a one-time shift. You're building a new way of living, not just a new way of thinking. What has shifted in how you see yourself today? What are you no longer willing to tolerate or ignore? And what does living in alignment with your sensitivity look like moving forward? Which affirmation will you choose? Your final affirmations. Number 1, I honor who I am and how I am designed. Number 2, I trust myself, my needs, and my inner knowing. Or number 3, I move forward in alignment, clarity, and strength. RJ, I have an 11 a.m. meeting this morning that I have to be in. So if you need to talk to me, I'm happy to talk to you after that meeting, but it's going to be a little bit before I can get back in touch with you. If you have an emergency, you should call 911. But if it's an emergency that you need to talk to me, we'll get some time in, okay? But in the case of an emergency, always call 911, okay? Let's anchor into this together. If something shifted in your heart today, type your very favorite emoji, color hearts. It doesn't matter. It can be your favorite. Doesn't have to be purple. Something shifting in my heart today. Choose your heart. Choose the one. Drop a growth emoji, something symbolizing growth, a leaf, a tree, if you feel seen or understood this morning. And drop a flaming emoji if you're stepping into a new version of yourself today. Take a breath with me before we close. Inhale. and let it go. Today was not just a conversation, it was a moment of recognition. For some of you, things finally made sense. For others, something deeper shifted. Flaming fire, Miss Yummy. I see you. Something deeper shifted. Something you couldn't quite name before today. And I want you to leave here remembering this. You are not too much. You have never been too much. You are someone who feels deeply, who sees clearly, who carries a level of awareness that this world doesn't always understand. But that does not make it wrong. It makes it rare. And now that you understand yourself differently, you don't have to keep overriding what you feel. You don't have to keep shrinking to stay comfortable for others or to help others to be comfortable. You don't have to keep questioning your depth. From this moment forward, you begin to honor it. You begin to trust it. You begin to build your life around it. Not perfectly and not all at once, but intentionally. Because the version of you that understands who they are moves differently. You choose differently. You protect your peace differently. You love differently and you lead differently. If today spoke to you, if you felt seen, understood, or anything shifted, it's your final gifting moment. You can support my work. Go visit my link tree. Visit thewillowwayfoundation.com to donate. If you're looking for transformational life coaching services, my website is also in my link tree. Schedule your retreat. Pick out the modalities you want to participate in, and we'll build something magical for you. It is worth it for you to invest into your growth. It's worth it for you to understand that you deserve better. You deserve a new beginning. You deserve something that's going to empower you for your future. I want to thank you for joining us today. This has been The Dwelling Place with Sarah Elizabeth. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to continue our journey together in growth here, in healing, and continuing to build on this every single day. It is incredible what we do here together. I thank you all for your support. Cold-hearted, thank you so much for your gifts today. Thank you for the support you provide to the foundation. Thank you for everything that you do for this work. This is for the kingdom of God. And if you don't know Jesus today, it's a simple prayer of acceptance. Acceptance that you've been a sinner, acceptance that he died for you, and he's here for you right now to forgive you, to provide you with empathy and with grace. Jesus, I love you. I believe in you. I believe you died for my sin. Please forgive my sin and walk with me from this day forward. If you prayed that prayer this morning, reach out to one of us one-on-one. Wholehearted's wonderful. There's other Brandy here. So let me know how I can support you. Sending you guys lots and lots of love as you go out into your day. And I will see you all soon. Nothing is better than you.